Aloha, y'all. Watching corn is a trap. I am Timothy the Tiger, and I'm an evangelist, which means a messenger of the great news of King Jesus Christ. He personally has delivered me from this corn addiction, and he's also helped me heal physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Now it is part of my dharma, part of my purpose here on earth to make these videos to hopefully inspire all of y'all to seek healing through King Jesus Christ and enter into a relationship with him. So, today's video, corn is a trap. So up here we got a bear trap. Look at my lovely artistic skills. And I was just thinking of all the different forms of a trap. And so, a bear is walking through the woods and it's not expecting this. This thing pretty much chops its leg off. You got this guy over here. Unfortunately, in the Vietnam War, they would dig these holes and put like giant spikes. And you can't really tell. You think you're walking on the dirt, walking on the grass. This guy, his head's kind of down because, he's been draining himself of his life force. And little does he know that it's gonna get way worse. And so over here, this fisherman, he's just fishing. This little fish looks happy. He's like, wow, I got some dinner right there. And maybe that's some of us, this just, ignorant, like pseudo bliss. We think it's gonna be great. No, it's gonna suck for this fish. When that fish bites down on that hook, it's gonna suck. You're gonna realize it ain't worth it. And that's what I say right here. It is never worth it. And it's just like these mind tricks that we have where there's a part of our mind that's like, yeah, do it. Even though we have gone through it so many times where we feel this pain, we feel this emptiness, we feel just awful afterwards. But yet we still go back to our vomit. I mean, think of a dog pukes. And have you ever seen a dog throw up and then it licks it back up, it eats it back up? There's a proverb that says, don't be like a dog that goes back to its vomit. Like a fool will go back to its folly. And essentially that's what we are on this journey. We're fools. We can't learn from our mistakes. But, it's all right. I mean, we're addicts. And I've got a solution for y'all. The solution is very simple. The solution is entering into a relationship with King Jesus Christ. Another point I have down here is it's nectar in the beginning, like, some really good honey. I just got some local honey last night, but nectar in the beginning, just great stuff, right? That's the illusion. In the end, it's poison in the end. So it starts off as nectar in the beginning. You're getting that dopamine rush, you're feeling the whatever chemicals are going off in our brain and the pseudo bliss. But by the time, we release, we just, we have a new awareness of just like, what have I done? Especially if we're watching some weird stuff. And we feel empty. I mean, I felt like a shell of myself. And I got really irritable and just, I felt like a zombie. This stuff made me feel like a zombie. And I was addicted to it for a very, very, very long time. And by the grace of God, God got me out of this. God got me out of this trap. God pulled me out of this trap, brought me back to life. God unhooked me, threw me back in the ocean so I could just be a normal fish. Okay, God released me from this bear trap, released my leg from the trap. I just couldn't escape. And then I wasn't really expecting this, but like you're in a bear trap, you can't get out. Like you need help from someone else. Like we're in these traps. We need someone else to help us. That someone else is God. And what we're seeking is we're seeking a way to feed our soul. Deep down, whether we're conscious or aware of it or not, we're trying to feed our soul. And many people in society, they resort to vices. And of course, that will never work. That will never feed our soul. But people are ignorant, they're naive, unaware of our pure spirit soul essence that lives within us. That the Creator, a spark of the Creator is within us, but we have to nurture it. Kind of like a gardener. We gotta water it. Gotta give it the sunlight. You gotta give it the right nutrients, the right soil, everything, the right environment for that soul to prosper, to grow, to become the best version of itself. But we're not even told in our culture we have a soul. We live in a pretty soulless, godless society. It's becoming more communistic and atheistic day by day. And there is a science, the ancient yogis, 5,000 years ago, by the grace of Lord Krishna, to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, gave us the royal science of yoga meditation. That is the royal science of connecting our soul back to God. And that is what I practice on a daily basis. That is what got me out of this rut. Of course, with the grace of Jesus Christ, because I say he came to bring the same thing. He brought salvation through yoga meditation as well. I know that's a controversial opinion, but all the evidence is right there in the New Testament that Jesus Christ is talking about meditation. Go within. And I mean, I've done so many videos, especially on YouTube. I've done so many videos about Jesus Christ being a yogi. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been cultivating this God essence within me through the ancient royal science of yoga meditation. And there's mainly 4 parts. Krishna tells Arjuna there's 4 types of yoga. You got bhakti yoga, which is loving devotion. You got Gnana yoga, which is it's essentially the path of wisdom, philosophy, studying the scriptures. You got karma yoga, which is the path of service, volunteering, the path of action. And you got Raja Yoga, which is the royal path, and that's the meditative path. And I like to do a combination of all 4 of those. I like to sing songs, I like to play music, godly music. It's got to be godly music, music that worships God. I love studying and gaining wisdom and learning, esoteric hidden teachings and just understanding the mystery of this universe that we're in. Part of my service is making these videos, and then the main thing is meditating. As you can see, I mean, I got some meditation cushions here on my left and my right, and whenever I got some friends over, we can all meditate together and all that. And but it's a big part of my life. It's a part of my daily life, this meditation, because to me, without a doubt, it is the way. When Jesus Christ talked about the way is up the spine, up to the head, the head up here. And, activating the pineal gland, the third eye center. But unfortunately, the one organization that claims Jesus Christ doesn't practice any of this. They say it's actually satanic and demonic and evil, which is really unfortunate, because Jesus Christ most definitely taught meditation. And so I encourage you to not only pray to Jesus Christ, to use your free will and call out to him for help, because that's how I started my relationship and my journey. I started my relationship with Jesus Christ and my healing journey with a prayer, with a simple prayer. And so we all have free will. This universe is based on consent, and I encourage you to use your free will and give consent to King Jesus Christ to enter into your life and to help you. And begin a meditation practice, because as addicts, we need a better high. And meditation is almost the opposite down there, where it would be poison in the beginning but nectar in the end, because it's kind of similar to exercise, where it's like, oh, I don't want to go on a run, but then you go on a run, it's like, oh, that was great. Why did I even hesitate? It's the same thing with meditation, where it's like, oh, I don't want to meditate, but then I do it, and it's like, oh, that was great. Why did I even hesitate to do it? So ironically, the things that are like the worst for us the illusion appears as nectar in the beginning, but it's really poison in the end. And the things that are actually best for us, they appear as poison in the beginning because they take work, they take effort, but it's worthwhile effort. It's worthwhile work because it's nectar in the end. And exercise is a great example, because a lot of us can relate to that, where it's like, oh, I'm feeling lazy, I don't want to do it. But then you push yourself and you go do it, and you feel great at the end. Even reading a book, where it's like, oh, I don't want to read, I'd rather just, watch a Netflix show and binge, whatever. And it's just like, that takes no effort. But pick up a book, work your brain a little bit, and it's like, oh, that was worth it. I made it through a whole chapter. That was better than just watching some stupid Netflix show. And then it's the same with meditation, where it's like, oh, I don't want to do that. But sit up, calm your mind. I mean, because we're being so overstimulated in this society with so much going on, and meditation's the complete opposite of that, where it's like, you know what? Get the electronics, get all the notifications away from me, all the distractions away from me. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm not going to consume any of this media, whatever. I'm just going to take a break. I'm just going to go inwards. And so for most of us, it's just like, where's my phone? I need to check my phone. We need this constant stimulation, but meditation's the complete opposite of that. And so a lot of us are kind of like drug addicts, where we get withdrawals. And so, I mean, I'll get that restlessness, where it's like, oh, I don't want to sit here. But I got to, those are the most important moments to sit, is, recognize that restlessness and be like, no, we're going to sit here until this monkey mind calms down a bit and relaxes. And there'll be a shift. I'll notice that shift where that monkey mind just calms down. So, I hope you all found this video inspirational. If you're struggling with this corn, you are not alone. If I can get out of this, you can get out of it too. And you can do it with the grace of God. And y'all, it is not worth it. This thing will destroy your life. It is a trap. It is a trap set up by the devil. Okay? There's a reason why it's free on the internet. Because you pay with your soul. It's not really free. So, I hope you make the wise decision today, enter into a relationship with God, and may God bless all y'all. Namaste.